get your take on what you're learning, what more we're learning. Let's roll that video when we get a chance. What more you see in this new surveillance video that we've never seen. Are you learning anything new, or is this kind of just confirming what you'd seen before?
It is confirming a lot of what we know, that the aircraft was definitely descending too quickly, and they were coming in too low and too slow. And then the cartwheel, as you can see, absolutely happens when they hit that wall. So it has confirmed what we knew in that regard. The new information really is what we know now about the pilots.
What we're learning from that hearing. So this is a hearing yesterday
Yes.
with the NTSB. The pilots of the plane saying that he was very concerned about landing the plane without that airport navigation system that was out of the order at the time. Also saying it was very stressful and very difficult. I'll tell you, for anyone that flies, that is very disturbing to think that the pilot of your plane essentially doesn't know how to handle the plane without these controls.
It's very, very disturbing. And in fact, there seems to be a lot of confusion in that cockpit about the auto throttle, which is hugely concerning, because this is aviation 101, piloting 101.
Do you think that this is a problem in that cockpit, or do you think this is a bigger problem industry-wide when we're talking about commercial airlines?
I think we definitely have a wider problem here. A recent report revealed by the FAA, compiled with experts, show that more and more pilots are relying on automation and not their manual skills. So what do we need to do about this? I think there's a real sense in the industry that we need to start looking at reintroducing more manual flying and also improving the training. Clearly, training it needs to be improved at this particular airline.
It does make you wonder why this pilot was behind the controls at all in the first place if he clearly wasn't comfortable landing this aircraft.
Why didn't he express his discomfort much earlier on? It's not unusual for a pilot that doesn't have that many hours in a new type to be where he's at. He's learning, and the pilot to his right is the instructor pilot and would be and should be helping him. However, the fact that he didn't mention this, his discomfort with this particular aircraft is highly concerning. He also had many hours on other types, the Boeing 747 and the A320. One wonders if in those crucial moments, if perhaps he reverted back to the training on a prior type, say, for example, the A320, where the auto throttle is actually quite different than on the Boeing aircraft.
And it is just no solace for any of the families who lost their loved ones that just the fact that one airport navigation system was out essentially led to the death of their loved one. And the fact that more training is needed on the basic skills of flying these commercial planes, that's tough to stomach.
It is very tough to stomach, and they should have been able to do a visual approach without a doubt. And just very, very quickly, from the standpoint of what occurred in that cabin, it's also essential to look at the knowledge base that we now have with respect to premium passengers and economy class passengers. The premium passengers had a different seatbelt than economy class passengers, and the economy class passengers are the ones that have suffered mainly those spinal cord injuries. That's something else that the NTSB is looking at and that the FAA is going to have to study quite closely.
I guess the only thing good coming out is that the NTSB has not stopped. We might not be talking about it every day, but they're continuing that investigation.
That's right.
Mary,
That's right.
thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you very much.
Great to see you. Thank you.
Cheers.
All right, let's turn to our headlines.